are recording. Okay. Welcome to Breath, Body, Mind. I'm Rebecca Leary. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the third chakra. That is the solar plexus. And I can't, here, let's tip this a little. It's right here. It's kind of below your sternum and above your navel. So it's kind of right in the stomach, the breadbasket area. And this chakra, it's called Manipura. And I should back up and say that these chakras are a way of dividing the body into different energy centers. And this is one protocol, one group of ideas of how the body is divided into different energy centers. And so in this format, there are 7 chakras or energy centers, like swirling bits of energy. And it's a way of just sort of dividing the body. And so this Manipura means shining gem or shining city. I've seen both interpretations, and it's represented by the color yellow like the sun, like fire. So this chakra is about personal power and energy. It's about motivation, ego. It's about courage and self-control, self-mastery, self-actualization. And I have this wonderful necklace. So I don't know if you guys can see. I have this set that I have all the little gemstones or I have no words today, all these little baubles, one for each of the chakras. And you can slip them on and off of the chain and wear whichever one feels important or pretty, whichever system you're going with. So I've been wearing this, thinking that it was the throat chakra, because the throat chakra also has a little triangle. And I've been, for this chronic cough that I have that feels like it's kind of right here, I was wearing this to help with my throat. And today I was looking at the chakra list and saw that, in fact, this is the solar plexus chakra. And I've been wearing this through all of this time that I've been taking these leaps of faith to go on video and record these videos and step out. And I think it's been helping me. So I'm going to keep wearing it for a while. So bravery, courage. Bravery doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It means that you are moving through your fear to do what has to be done. You are making the choices that have to be made. And at this time, I think we are all, if we're not already facing enormous fear, we will be, sadly, many of us, maybe not all of us, and we'll be facing choices, decisions that we have to make that are fearful. And I've heard some recommendations to, just push away the fear and, step on up and come from love, and all of that is great. But in meditation, we believe in mindfulness meditation, we are taught that we have to sit with the fears, with the feelings, the thoughts, the emotions, the sensations, and stay with them. And so we use the breath, we use mantra, repeating a word or phrase, we use sounds as a way of continuing to come back to center, even while we're experiencing fear or anger or sadness or any other, or thoughts that are diverting us about, the what ifs. We talked about this before. But we stay with the fear. We move through the fear. We use our breath. We move from our solar plexus to be able to do what needs to be done. So we're going to touch back on this a little bit throughout the class. So I'm encouraging you to trust your gut. This is your gut instinct. This is the wisdom of the body, because fear is the body's warning system, right? We don't want to ignore that, but we also don't want to live in fear. We want to use the information and hopefully make good decisions, but we can't ignore it. Okay, so that said, let's take a comfortable seat, allowing your body to be supported but relaxed. Sitting up nice and tall, allowing eyes to close or taking a soft gaze. And just allow yourself to settle, leaving behind the activities of your morning and anything that comes later today. And allowing yourself to be fully present with your body and your breath. So take a moment to notice sensation. Sensation as a means of grounding you in the present moment. If you feel your feet on the floor, then that's where you are in that moment. So feel your feet against the floor. Feel the weight of your hands in your lap. Notice the air currents in the room and the light filtering in. Notice any sounds that you hear. And then begin to scan through the body, softening your scalp. Can you soften your scalp? Can you release your forehead and your eyebrows, that space between your eyebrows? Allow your eyes to be soft, releasing the jaw. Let your tongue be heavy in your mouth and soften in the throat and neck. Allow the shoulders to drop gently down, even as your spine stays nice and tall. The heart is open. Feel the strength of your core in that solar plexus chakra, that Manipura chakra. Allow the belly to be soft and moving with the breath. Release through the hips and legs, hands and arms. Palms are open. And begin to connect to your breath. Breathing in and out. Noticing where you feel the breath. Maybe at the tip of your nose or the back of your throat. Maybe in your chest or belly. Allow the breath to flow in and out without restriction. And then begin to bring your awareness to that area of the solar plexus. Maybe you can place your hands there just below your sternum, above your belly button. And notice that this is both the place of power and also often the place where we feel fear. We get that squeezing in the belly when fear is present. So notice what is present for you today, maybe a combination of both, and see if you can bring your breath into that space, softening and allowing whatever comes up to be present. If it's fear, if it's something else, allow it to be present. It's welcome here. And then return to the breath, noticing the sensation of the inhale and the exhale. Staying with the sensation of the breath and allowing whatever arises to be there, to be present. This is part of you. Keep the breath flowing in this space of the solar plexus And imagine that the little flame, the prana energy source, your life force, is glowing in this spot. And as you inhale and exhale, you're feeding this flame, but keeping it regulated. We don't want to overwhelm it and create an engulfing fire, but we also don't want it to go out. So can you breathe in and out, supporting this flame? Stay with this breath for several repetitions. And then release your hands if they're up. And come back into your natural breath, letting go of whatever came up. And feel, again, your feet on the floor, your points of contact with the earth, the strength of your spine as the crown of your head reaches towards the sky, towards the ceiling, as your tailbone reaches towards the earth. And let's take a breath in together. Exhale with a sigh. And eyes open or closed. Let's inhale together. Arms rise with the breath, palms up. And then float down, palms down. Also floating on the breath. The sensation of air lifting the arms as if they're floating up on the air and then fluttering down like wings or feathers. Continue a few more like this. Inhale and connect this inhale with the movement. So it takes the whole exhale for the arms to float down and the whole inhale for the arms to float up. This time, as you're lowering, lower the right hand and come up and over with the left, staying for a breath, opening in the sides of the ribs. Inhale to come up through center and exhale to the other side. Again, staying for one or more breaths and continue moving side to side with your breath, taking extra breaths on each side bend to open that space in the side body, creating a little more room for breath. Continue moving side to side until you're ready to release back to center, and we'll continue together in a moment. And from here, inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Bring your left hand to your right knee, your right hand behind you. Inhale to sit up tall, making space, and then exhale and look over right shoulder. Let your eyes float up towards the far corner of your eye. Inhale takes you through center, and exhale to the other side. Again, the breath creates space. The exhale takes the twist a little deeper. Bring the eyes into the movement by looking up and to the side. And maybe one or two more to each side, taking your time to add extra breaths as you go. Let the breath inform the movement. Feel how the breath changes the movement and the movement works with the breath. And this or the next time that you come through center, just pause there. Bringing hands to your knees, we'll move into a seated cat-cow, rolling the pelvis forward. Open the heart as you inhale. Exhale, tuck your tail, draw the belly in, release your head. Inhale, roll the pelvis forward, let your tail come up, Open the heart, stretch the front body as you tuck and exhale. Really feel that solar plexus area drawing in. As you inhale, feel the solar plexus chakra opening. Stay with this a few more times, front and back. Again, that image of the inhales and exhales, just fanning that flame, keeping it at a steady glow to keep the energy of the body moving. And this or the next time that you're coming through center, just pause there. We're going to move to tabletop. So take your time and find your way to hands and knees. Make sure that you have something to pad your knees. Oops, drop my block. Maybe I'll turn sideways so you can see me in the... Okay, so for tabletop, something under your knees, and then work with your needs for your hands, whether you can have hands down on the surface, or maybe you're working with fists with thumbs forward, or coming onto your forearms, maybe on the floor or on blocks or some other support. So building your tabletop. Let's find cat and cow here. As you inhale, tail rises, crown of head rises, solar plexus drops. As you exhale, tuck the tail, draw the solar plexus in, release the head. Tail moves first, open that space in the mid-body. Exhale and draw it in a little tighter. And continue a few more times with your breath. We're going to change this movement in a moment. So find your way into your child's pose, pressing your hips to your heels and allow the body to come down. Reach your arms out long in front of you. On your next inhale, I want you to press your hips forward and come up into a knee down plank. But keep the belly engaged, keep drawing in through your solar plexus. On your exhale, press all the way back to child's pose. As you inhale, come forward, press your hips forward, keep the belly engaged, knees stay down. Exhale, press hips back, building a little bit of heat, a little bit of prana, energy. One or two more, and then when you're ready, rest in your child's pose. Allow the breath to flow, support your head, and let go of the effort of this kriya. So making your way into child's pose if you're not there already, releasing down, allowing the breath to fill the back body, spreading the ribs, elongating the spine. As you exhale, sink further into the space that you have. Big breath in here, inhaling, and exhale with a sigh. One more like that. Big inhale and exhale. We're going to do one more movement on hands and knees. So coming back up to your tabletop position, we're going to work with thread the needle, and we'll do this in a dynamic way and also possibly in a static way. So for those of you who don't know this pose, we'll start by raising the right arm and opening towards the ceiling. And then exhale and reach through the space between your body and your other arm. Turn your head to the other side and take a twist. Inhale and open. Exhale and twist. You can stay with this dynamic movement Or when you're ready, if you'd like, when you reach your right arm through, see if you can come down onto your shoulder and allow your right ear and the right side of your head to come to the floor. This may be too big a stretch for some of you and might be just right for others. So modulate this stretch or stay with the dynamic movement for about 3 more breaths. And wherever you are, as you're completing this, one more time, inhale and open and stretch towards the ceiling. And come back to hands and knees, preparing to switch to the other side. When you're ready, inhale and open, left arm reaches up, open the chest, and then reach through and find a twist. Inhale to open, and exhale to twist. And continue with either the dynamic movement or coming in to thread the needle, allowing your left shoulder and the left side of your head to rest on your mat. Hips can be up. The twist is in the middle body, kind of right at that solar plexus. So breathe with whichever choices you're making here for another 2 breaths. And then inhale up to table and lower down onto your belly. We're going to be working on our bellies just for a moment or two. If you have a blanket or a small pillow to place underneath your pelvis, this can help if you have any low back issues. So take a moment to get set up and then find your way into Sphinx pose. So bringing your elbows and forearms down on the mat, your elbows underneath your shoulders. And then press down through your arms and inhale. Imagine you're drawing your heart forward. Yes, nice long spine. And then breathe here, feeling the pressure of your solar plexus. Whoops, there goes my notes. The pressure of your solar plexus against the floor. As you inhale, feel that pressure into the mat. As you exhale, the pressure releases. Stay with that breath. Now you may stay in this position, or if it would be comfortable, begin to reach back through your right arm, bending your right knee. See if you can grasp your right foot or ankle, or even the pants leg on your pants. There's this whole thing going on the internet about everybody doing Zoom meetings with no pants. So if you're wearing pants, maybe you can grab your pants leg. And holding on wherever you can, or if you can't, you can just be reaching back and open through the heart. Feel a little pressure into that solar plexus for 3, 2, 1, and then release and come back. Come into crocodile. So bring your elbows out wide, stack your hands, and rest your forehead on your stacked hands. Stay and breathe, releasing through the neck and upper back. Again, feeling the pressure of the solar plexus against the mat. And when you're ready, press back up into your Sphinx to prepare for boat, half boat on the other side. Reaching back with your left arm, bending your left knee. Maybe you can grab your foot, ankle, pants leg. Maybe you're just reaching back and bending the knee, opening through the chest, through the heart, and really feeling that engagement, that pressure in the solar plexus, and holding here for 3, 2, 1, and release, coming back to crocodile, hands stacked, forehead on your hands, just resting and breathing into the belly space. Take your time, and when you're ready, pressing up through tabletop, make your way up to standing. Take your time. Big transition from lying down to standing up, so please take your time so you don't get dizzy. And when you're ready, take a nice medium wide stance and come into this nice Tai Chi twist. Very gentle. Yes. And allow the movement to release. And come to stand up nice and tall in your Tadasana. Feel your mountain pose, feet really rooting, body rising up nice and tall. Really engage through that solar plexus, drawing the belly in and up, and feel this sense of your own power, your own strength. Feel your breath. And then take a wider stance and turn your toes out. We're going to be working with a goddess practice, and we can all be goddesses today. Bring your hands to your solar plexus. Stack one hand on top of the other and just feel a nice comforting pressure against your solar plexus. So toes are turned out, knees are turned out. We'll inhale and bend the knees until they're over the ankles, dropping into our goddess pose. Inhale here and spread arms wide apart. And exhale, draw hands into solar plexus and drop an inch. Inhale, press up to 5-pointed star. Exhale, hands to solar plexus and drop down again into goddess pose. Feel your strength, your power. Inhale, knees bent, open wide. Exhale, hands in. And then inhale, straighten the legs, arms come out. And exhale, release down. Walk the feet back in. Feet about hip distance apart or even a little closer. We're going to work with chair pose as our final standing pose. So looking out straight in front of you, you can have your hands on your knees for support. You can bring them out in front of you, or you can raise them up overhead. All three of these are perfectly acceptable, but we will reach out and then begin to sit back as if there's a chair behind you that's too far away. But of course, there is no chair, so don't sit all the way back. But think of your spine being long, your tailbone reaching behind you. Look down and make sure you can see your toes. So your knees are going back, not forward. Squeeze in towards center, engage through the belly for 3, 2, 1, and then inhale, press all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart center, and walk in place to release the effort of that chair pose. And we will do one final chair pose before coming back down. So standing in your mountain pose, take a moment to feel the engagement at the solar plexus, that nice strong engagement. Choose your hand position for this chair and begin long spine, reach back through the tailbone. Maybe arms are coming forward or to your knee or even overhead. Make sure your toes are visible. Long spine from the tailbone to the crown of the head, holding here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Pause for just a moment, feeling the heat, the energy, the body's prana or life force flowing through you, knowing your strength, knowing your power. And when you're ready, slowly make your way back down to your mat. Take a moment to see if there's any other posture you'd like to take, any other movement you'd like to make before we come into our seated meditation. So take about 3 minutes to do that. And then take the time to set up your seated space so that you're sitting up nice and tall with as much support as you need. So find your sense of grounding through your lower body, your sense of buoyancy and lift through the spine, crown of the head, reaching tall towards the ceiling. And that sense of everything else releasing. Shoulders, arms are heavy, hands on your knees. Allow your hips to relax, your feet to be soft. Turn your palms to face up and bend your ring fingers in and hold them with the tips of your thumbs. This is called Surya Mudra. So Surya is the sun. So this is a sun mudra in your hands. So holding this position, allow your eyes to close or take a soft gaze and become very aware of your breath, feeling the flow of the breath as you inhale, feeling the flow of the breath as you inhale and exhale. We're going to work with a mantra. The mantra is in Sanskrit, and the words are so, like S-O, and hum, H-A-M, or sometimes H-U-M. And it means I am. I am that. I am universal presence. I am here. And the way that we work with so hum is on your inhales, imagine that you hear the word so, and on your exhales, imagine the word hum. So inhale so, exhale hum. Inhale so, exhale hum. I am. So take your time and work with this mantra. Inhaling so, exhaling hum. Feeling your presence, your strength, your life force, the energy of the third chakra flowing through you, working with so hum. stay with the mantra. Stay with it. Going to move into a period of silence, about 6 or 7 minutes. Stay with the mantra or let it go and stay with your breath. Begin to deepen your breath, bringing small movements into fingers and toes. Bring palms of hands together and begin to rub them back and forth, creating heat. Really rub. I'm assuming everyone's hands are clean. And then cup them over your eyes. Feel the heat from your hands penetrating. And when you're ready, slowly blink your eyes open and release your hands down. We'll seal our practice with 3 chants of Om. 1 for I am here, 1 for we are here, and 1 for the community that we create when we practice together. If you'd like to join, bringing hands to heart center, let's inhale together. Om Shanti, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me and with everyone.